And as you're laying down, kind of get in touch with how it feels, which side of your body you feel more clearly, either fighting with the floor or giving in to the floor. Can you feel your upper body more than your lower body? Are you more aware of the back of you or the front of you? And go ahead and bend both knees and have them a little bit wider than hip width apart, have them like shoulder width, or like the width of the mat, and start taking the knees to the right and back to the center, to the left and back to the center, and feel which side the legs are more responding and easier to go. And don't go beyond what feels really easy. So in other words, don't make it an exercise and try to get somewhere, but move the legs so you can feel how the legs are moving, how the hip is rolling, how the back is responding, maybe your eyes responding. So right from the get-go, let's collect data to how the knees are going from side to side. Is your belly button moving from side to side? Are your hip bones are moving away from the floor and into the floor? Are your feet moving from lateral to medial, from the outside to the inside? Can you feel your little toe touching? Can you feel your big toe touching? Is your head rolling with the direction of the movement or away from the direction of the movement? And interestingly enough, depending on what's going on in your spine, you might find it easier to turn away or to turn with. And just for curiosity, turn your head in the opposite way that you are doing it naturally and feel the difference. Is going with the head opposing to the knees, stabilizing you a little bit more, and going with the movement rolls you to the side a little bit more. Or not. But answer yourself. Is one side different than the other? And maybe some of you are new to the work and you have no idea what I'm talking about and you can feel it, but keep on asking, keep on trying to feel the differences in the puzzle of your own body. And stretch your legs. And again, just come in touch with how it feels to be giving yourself a slice of the day for you. With less news, less conversation, just listening, the questioning and the answering in your own head about you. And I'm aware of it's pretty much a luxury. So take it and soak in it. Everything that came before this time and everything that will come after will have its time, its space. And there's really no reason to deal with it in the here and now. So let's bend our knees one more time. Make sure that the feet are wider than hip width apart, towards the end of the edges of your mat. And now let's all go into the right, with the right knee leading and the left hip starting to leave the ground, and the left knee catching up, and the eyes and the head turning to the right until the left shoulder needs to come off the floor. And maybe the left hand is rotating in, and the left hand travels and comes in front of your body, and you put the left hand in front of your chest, and you roll down and forward towards the floor and forward, and you roll back into laying down. And again, the right knee leads the way, the left hip gets off the floor, the left knee joins in, the left shoulder comes up, the left hand is being dragged over the body until it finds the front. Press the left hand into the floor, keep your head close to the floor and forward until you can come in towards sitting position. Then you go back in the same direction. So this is a pretty complex, and I could have done a whole class just on that, but I want to kind of keep on going. So I'm going to say the stages so you can follow with me. The right knee, the left hip, the left knee, the left shoulder, the left arm, all the way forward. Eyes are down towards the floor and forward until you are on your right elbow and your left hand and you are sitting up. Now you can put your right hand on the floor and you can come into full sitting position. So now you have the right hand, the right elbow, the left, leaning on the arm, leaning on the shoulder, and with a softness. Even though some of us are bony, try to do it in the most soft way you can. Think about water moving rather than bone hitting the floor. And in your own timing, the right knee, the left hip, the left leg, the left arm, anchoring, head down and forward. That's the most important key for us to roll into sitting. And try it in different speeds. Maybe the arm wants to come over the head, maybe the arm wants to come around. I mean, try different ways and figure out which works the softest and easiest for you. So your legs are not wide enough. This doesn't give you strength. And keep the legs as wide as the mat. Knees, pelvis, opposite shoulder, anchoring, eyes down to the floor and forward. Elbow and rolling to the side. Right. Try to use your hand into the floor. It will make it easier, and open your feet. Right. Yeah. And there, beautiful. Here. All right, I see a few things that I would like to kind of point, and let's just use that section. When we're here, I don't see that the pelvis and the leg are in listening to one another. So when we already got the head, okay, we're here. We got the head down and forward. Now this has to open up so I can roll my pelvis. This opposite, the left leg has to open up so I can roll my pelvis. If you just try to go, and you leave the pelvis behind, it is so much harder. Head forward and up, forward and down, down and forward, and open the knee, there you go, open the knee. Yes, beautiful, yeah. Is it painful?
I'm having a hard time with my hip, yeah.
So do just part of it. Don't go to it, it's painful. Yeah, push, okay, let's go down. I see a lot of hips getting tired, so let's go down, either knees up or the legs stretch. How's your breath? How far is your breath going into different areas of your body? Are you able to extend the breath and maybe send it to the areas that feel a little bit tired right now? Visualize the breath and the blood and the oxygen getting into that area of the hip that we rolled over, with bubbles of healing. Where that area can be nourished. And don't do anything besides visualizing the rolling that we did. So you visualize your leg standing, you visualize the right leg starting the rolling, you visualize the left hip joining in that direction and the left knee going in that direction all the way up the back into the opposite shoulder. The left shoulder is coming up off the ground. The left arm is passively being moved from the back to the front of your body as your head rolls to the right. Your eyes are moving down towards the floor, your head is moving forward as your hands are pressing into the ground. And once you are rolling forward, the pelvis is starting to roll, the left knee is anchoring, and you are sitting up. And in your mind's eye, reverse it all the way back down. And as you roll down, that area of the hip is wide and full and vibrant and bubbling with health. And you're just rolling over it until you're laying down. And we still have the other side to do, so go ahead and bend your knees. Have your legs met width apart, which is about shoulder width apart, maybe wider. And start with the left knee going to the left, the right hip joins in, the right leg joins in, the right shoulder is being lifted off the floor passively, the head is rolling to the left, the right arm is passively being dragged over your body into the front of your chest. Your eyes are down on the floor, your head is moving forward, your right elbow is being pressed into the floor, and you're coming forward and up. And then you roll back down. And do it a few times, just part of the way, until you feel that you have it so you can go all the way up. So the left leg starts, the pelvis joins, the right leg joins, the right arm is being dragged, the head is turning, the eyes are on the floor, and you need to pull forward to be able to roll. You use your hands and your feet. So the key is to keep your head, your eyes down and your head down, and pull forward first before you try to get up. So you're round and small. Forward, 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 first forward, down and forward. Yeah. Down and forward, and then the pelvis is round and you can use your legs. And back down, elbow down, shoulder down. So you want to be very gentle with your bony areas. And the leg, and the hip, and the other leg, and the shoulder, and the right arm. Placing the right arm and moving the eyes and the head down, almost touching the floor, forward, before you attempt to roll up. If you have an area that's difficult for you, try to stay in that area and learn what it is and how to make it easier. So, like, for example, for me the hardest part is when the hand is on the floor and this elbow has to dig in. And unless I bring myself forward enough, I don't have enough strength to be here. And this is a place of strength. Right? From here I can go and get up. But to get to that place where I can just be there and read something, I need to move my head down and forward far enough so I can have the weight distribute right through the shoulder rather behind it. Ouch. Okay? And that ouch is a teacher. So what do I need to do not to be in that place where my tendons are screaming? I need to lower my head and bring it forward enough and pass it so I can come into the bone. Does it make sense?
Yes.
So find yours. Have fun. Keep the feet apart. There you go. There. I don't know what it is about us that it's almost like there's a fear to stay down here, and almost all of you are kind of like, okay, time to get up. Explore this, because this is the spiral that we talked about 2 weeks ago. Remember we started the spiral from here, and we went like this, and we spiraled, and we got up. So now we're doing the spiral from layering to sit, from laying to sitting.
Well, it's not actually from laying because your knees are up when you start. I said it's not actually from a laying position because your knees are up when you start.
All right, let's start with the lay now. A new challenge. Let's see what happens. So we're going to start rolling the foot and the knee and the hip, and the other knee comes up a little bit through bending of the knees. So then you can drag the shoulder and the arm. And now you have one knee in front of the other. And if you were to get up like this, it would be a little bit harder. But if you take the back leg back, it will be easier so you can come to sitting with legs open. Right? So let's try it. Find a relationship. Good point. So you're in bed and your legs are straight. Your legs are straight. We have a new challenge, right? Your legs are straight and you're turning one foot, you're turning the other foot, you're bending the knees as the pelvis is turning in the direction that you want to go. At one point you can bring the back arm forward, you can position it, your eyes are down, your head is close to the floor, and if you take the back leg back, you have enough space to roll your pelvis into sitting. Let's try it again. Start from laying down, straight legs. Opening one foot in the direction that you're going, bringing the other foot in the direction you're going, the pelvis is joining, the shoulder is joining, the arm is joining, the eyes are going down, and the head is going forward, and the back knee opens up, so you can find a place.
I was confused about the last piece.
The last piece is, you can, okay, so if we are here and the legs are hip width apart and we're turning, and now I want to get up from here, I can do it. But if I take this leg a little bit further, now I have a little wider space. So this is a harder way to balance, this is a little easier to balance, and this is even easier to balance. as we get up. Okay? So go ahead and lie down and rest for a minute. How is your back touching the ground? How does the feeling of front and back, are they more equalized than when we started? How far does your breath reaches up into your body? Did you have one side that was easier than the other? Did you have an area that was more difficult or less clear? Go ahead and rehearse that section or that side. And think fall, not falling, fall like season of the season we're in, and think about a leaf falling from a tree and going down and down towards the ground in a spiral. So we did spiral from sitting, and today we did a spiral from laying down, knees bent and legs straight. So now go ahead and roll yourself into a sitting position, just like we did. Roll yourself up to a sitting position. Good. And bend your knees, one knee and the other knee, just like we did 2 weeks ago. And bring the shoulder and the arm now over to next to the other hand, and bring the other leg, the back leg, swing it forward until you can make it stand and your pelvis roll spiral halfway. Make a hammer toe in the back foot, stand on the back foot, put one hand on that right leg and the other hand on the other leg and stand up. Oh, you're already up. So now we're going to go into the table. Take your right leg back and open the left hip and bring the right leg in and stand parallel. So we're starting the spiral by taking the right leg back. The hip is starting the spiral. There's room over here too. Come forward. Yeah, that will be easier. And come back. So just find that beginning of the spiral. Spiral, the leg goes back and the hips are spiraling into it. No, the leg goes into the floor. Okay, I'm not clear. Sorry. Remember, we spiraled from laying down to sitting. We spiraled from sitting to standing. Now we're going to spiral down. So the leg will go back and the hip will go after it. So the leg goes back and the hip follows. To continue the spiral, I need to move this hip. Your leg is on the floor. Your foot is on the floor, yeah. And the left heel now needs to move parallel to the right heel. The left heel moves parallel. Now the feet are parallel to one another, yeah. Now move the heel forward again. Bring the heel and bring the right leg. And again, the right leg back, the hip goes, and the heel needs to join. The left heel needs to join. You can't say crooked. You need to keep it so you, because we want to go further down and down and down, right? So, we can't do just one body part and leave the rest not moving. We need to continuously join body parts. Yes? So, left heel forward, right hip forward, right leg back into the table to parallel. And again, right leg goes behind, right hip joins, and the left heel pivots. Can you feel the pivot now? Is it starting to get clear? Left heel, right hip, and right leg. And now do it as one movement. And make sure that you're looking. Somebody's talking right behind you. Oh, it's you. Oh, okay. Back to where I was. So get interested in where you're going. So your whole body is turning. Leg, hip, heel, eyes. Heel, hip, leg, eyes. Or maybe the eyes or the ear. I heard something. Okay, try the other side. Left leg, left hip. We're doing the left leg. Did you do the left leg before?
The opposite, so I can
Okay. Okay.
the first time.
Okay. As long as we're doing the other side, I don't care which one it is. Okay, now ask yourself, what are you doing with your eyes and your ear? Is somebody talking to you back there? How fast can you react? Leg, hip, ear. Leg, hip, ear. There you go. I mean, if it's not connected to anything, something functional that we can put into our lives, it's like, okay. All right, so now open your leg, shoulder width apart. Take the leg back. Take the hip, take the heel. Now we have one hand that's not on the table. Put one hand here, reach down to the floor, come back up, heel, leg, hip, hip, leg. Leg, hip, hip, hand, hand. Back up and reverse. Leg, hip. Are you wide enough? There you go. And You don't stay there, we're not doing any stretching. Might be nice too, but we're trying to find that width. Let's try the other side. Left, doesn't matter which one. And hand on the, above the knee, on the thigh, and reach to the floor. Okay, don't try to stretch with straight legs. It's not a stretching class. It's reaching. It's reaching. Everything is soft. And come back up and leg, hip, heel, hand, hand. We're trying to find connectivity and fluidity within the body. So you're staying away from reaching to exercise or to stretch. So now that your hand is on the floor, you can take that leg of that arm and put it down. And lift the knee back up and bring the hand to the table. So you were a little bit too wide. You just found out. So now we have to figure out how much, if I'm doing it this way, it will be a little bit hard, right? But if I just take it back, allow the hip to come, allow the heel to rotate, hand, hand, knee, look how close I am, I'm hip width apart, knee, and coming back. Again, you're way too far. You don't have shoulders this long, this wide. Sorry. Okay, let's try. Leg, hip, heel. So your shoulder width, let's say. Hand, hand. Where do I have to put my hand so I can lower my knee? Don't move the foot. Sorry for you. Don't move the foot back. Knee down, knee up. Yeah. And come back up. Right in between the legs. Your legs still too far. There. So if it's hard for you to get up, that means that you are not underneath yourself. You are here and it's like hard. Bring the leg closer so you are right there. Okay, let's do the other side. Okay, let's find what's the right distance for you. And turn the leg back. Bend your knees. Put one on the left hand, on the left side. Your left hand on your left side. Bring your right hand in the middle forward and down. Lift your right heel. Turn a little bit the knee in and down. In and down. Okay, and back up. You don't have to go all the way down. Just find the rotation. I think I know what you're doing. You're trying to go down without moving the hip. It's the rotation of the hip. It's that spiral. I think that's the missing point. So it's rotation of the pelvis. What?
I said, boy, why did it hurt some more?
Okay, let's do the other side. Take the right leg on the other side, whichever it is. Take the leg back. Take the heel back. Put your hand. And then try to rotate the leg and the hip and the knee and come back up. And rotate the knee and the hip. Keep your hand on the table. It's the knee, the leg, and the hip. and back up. Do less, don't go into pain. It doesn't make any sense to go into pain.
I've been in pain for 2 days with the knee. And back here.
There's no, okay, so don't go into pain, because you're not doing yourself any favor. It's not going to go away by pushing into it. Just do meaning. So find out how you can rotate the hip. No, you're not rotating the hip. It's your left hip that goes forward and the left knee goes in. Your left, the one that's close to the window, your left knee goes in and the left hip, there you go.
No wonder I was I'm just awesome. Oh,
Okay, all right, rest for a minute. Just stand like this and lift one heel and rotate and look to the side and come back. And lift the other knee and rotate and look down to the other side. That's where we should stop. I didn't know we had artificial hips. No one told me. Heel up, hip and knee and eyes. And coming back to center. That's what I get when I try to put 3 classes into one. And heels up, hip one heel up, and knee and rotate. So if you ever want to reach down, you have to do this and this and this to be able to reach. Right? Otherwise, one area works more than others, and